boy, Ruffy. Good boy. So the vlog hasn't really got going yet, but I thought I would leave that to how I filmed it, so it's all just kind of natural, but give you a bit of a voiceover of what you're seeing. So this was Milo literally just starting off in this arena. So he's arrived and it's dark and cold and windy, and what you can't see is there's actually like an overhanging gallery above here, and you can see that he's just that little bit tense. They've just finished competing in here, so the cars are leaving, like there's lots going on. And also to the right hand side there's a walkway with people you know, coming along with trolleys and horses and on foot, you know, loads of things. And it's obviously a bit of a funny height, the fence, so you know you can hear them but can't necessarily see them. So I'm just moving him around a lot. You can see here where he's just not 100% settled, but just keeping him thinking about what he's doing some like on and back, using the lateral work like the leg yield, shoulder in, travers, using all of that just to try and encourage him to sort of accept my leg and try and get that neck a little bit longer and a bit softer. So I was really proud of him. It's still all quite new to him, just doing a couple of simple changes. As you can see where he just lost his quarters there. But yeah, big pats for him when he's a good boy, to keep encouraging him and try and help with his confidence, because he does get quite anxious and a bit tense, which obviously all you can see. You know, he's just coming up a little there, but the actual downward transition was pretty good. So yeah, I haven't even started this yet, and we're here, settled, and I've ridden Milo. But we are at Onley for the Associated Championships, with Milo in the coloured horse and pony, or hat hair. Milo in the coloured horse and pony, doing the elementary, and the medium, and Ruff in the part-bred Arab, just doing the elementary. This is actually Ruff's first Associated Championships. I've been trying to get him here for 3 years, and each year he's been lame, ill, misses a qualifying period, and therefore not being able to come. So we finally got him here. Touch wood, he was sound when I rode him yesterday. So I haven't had an opportunity to ride him tonight, but he's not competing till Saturday. It's currently Thursday, so I'll sort him out tomorrow. But really excited, also really stressed. Got here and they were like, yeah, you can ride down the bottom. Went down the bottom to ride, and they turned me around and were like, sorry, it's closed. And I was like freaking out, and I was like, what about the indoor? And they were like, they don't finish in there until like 9. And I was like, oh my god. So I was having like full-on panic, like real panic. I was like, if I don't ride Milo, it's all gonna go wrong and he's gonna be horrendous. Just panic stations entered. But I thankfully, the other arena finished and I was able to ride in there, which thank god, honestly. So I'm feeling a little calmer now. Milo's really good. So yeah, that's where we're at. Morning, it is like 6:45 on Friday. Going to go get ready for the arena walks, because Milo's never been here before, so I think it's just worth knowing what he's like, allowing him that time to chill in his new environment. So you're gonna, yeah, go and do that. There's 2 of them and they're like one after the other, so I'm gonna try and time it so we're not out for too long. Hopefully he'll be good, and yeah, then we've got a bit of a wait until I'm actually on later. Arena walk all good this morning. Now it's time to chuck some plats in Milo's mane. Yeah, bang them in, and then I'm going to go and ride Ruff quickly while they are having a lunch break, and then come back, get Milo ready, so it's going to be a bit rushed, but we'll see. Good boy. So this is Ruffy's turn. He is very different when he gets to this sort of heightened state. He doesn't do it very often, so it makes it quite difficult for me to deal with him, because I'm learning like how to deal with it as we go. But yeah, he was just very overwhelmed. Milo was shouting for him. He was like at one point the only horse down here, and you can see there where I'm losing his shoulder, where he's just like kind of drifting out, with like the tension as well. So I've kind of left it all in, so you can see that although further through the weekend, what happens, you can see exactly how it started, just to know that it's not perfect all the time. Well, it's never perfect, but yeah, so you can see, so here he just is very, this is just what he gets like, and he hasn't done this for a long time. He was a bit spooky, the white things were making a weird creaky noise, so you can just see where he gets that tense and short behind, but similar situation to Milo, just moving him around a lot and giving him something to think about, almost thinking that every time he feels like he's going to become a little bit distracted doing something else to occupy his mind, you can see where he's still sort of falling out there, but he's looking a little bit better in his frame. And so just lots of lateral work, just to keep his attention on me. That was interesting. Rode Ruff, and he was very excited, screaming. He wasn't actually excited to start with, but then Milo started shouting, and then he started shouting back, and then he got all excited, so sweaty. And so my lips are getting so cracked, it's freezing and really windy. Well, not really windy, but windy enough, and it's just dried them all out. I have a feeling this whole thing is going to be a disaster, but I could be wrong. But I don't want to go into it thinking, this is going to be great, because I'm not sure it is. We'll see. I am just going to go and head down and get ready for the elementary. Yeah, like I say, I'm not massively convinced about this, but we'll give it a go. What I'd really like is to get through the trot work. I'm kind of expecting some jogging in the walk, but if we could get through the trot work without tension, because that's been our biggest thing in the past, if we could keep it chill, that would be really good. But I'm not so sure. We'll see. I don't want to be like, this is my aim, and then I don't meet that, and then I'm like, well, that was rubbish. So yeah, I'm trying to be realistic and open-minded, and you never know, he might surprise me, but it's more often than not that I'm surprised in a bad way than a good way. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Hopefully he will at least try and be good. Hopefully I'll be a bit more ready for him this time in Canton than I was when we went the other week. We'll just see. If nothing else, I feel like my hair's good today, which it isn't always. So I didn't have anyone to properly film my test, but here is Milo making a appearance on the Instagram stories for British Dressage. I did have this reel filmed, but it's not my entire test, but it gives you a little bit of a look, and it's really nice footage to have to look back on. So I will say, without being able to show you the whole test, that I think I probably rode a little bit defensively, because we'd had lots of mistakes the week before, and I think that was definitely playing on my mind, knowing where we'd had them. And I will also say that I didn't feel like in this test I totally had Milo. He's very good at feeling like you've got him, and then, you know, something happens or you ask a bit more of him and you actually don't have any influence over him at all. But saying all that, I was so pleased with this test given the mistakes we'd had the week prior. You can see this simple change isn't great. I asked for the transition before he's even straight. So didn't give him half a chance, and then he's tense and above the bit. So obviously still loads to work on, but he came out with 65 something percent and got a top 10 placing. So very pleased with that. You could see across the short side there that I was just holding him too much. He was late to trot here as well because he just didn't want to stop. But yeah, lots to work on, but also lots to be really pleased with. So well done to Milo. Very good boy, looking very pleased with himself there. It must be nice in the summer though. Hello. Good boy. Get off a good boy. Hello. It is now Saturday morning. I need to do a full debrief on yesterday, but I'll give you a little sneak peek. Yeah, Milo was super, so proud of him. Went far better than I could have ever expected. Just about to go and do the arena walk on Ruff now, and hopefully he's a good boy. Yeah. So as you can see at this point, we've done the arena walk and I just popped into the arena just to give him a little bit of a walk. You can still see here where he's snatchy. That's that bit of like tension coming out. But generally he was much better behaved. I just wanted to do that for me rather than him, to know that when I came down to warm up he wasn't going to be wild again like the day before. Also, Onley is just the loveliest venue. I really enjoyed our time here. And it just felt like a great championship venue. So I'm definitely looking forward to hopefully coming back next year and maybe even doing the area festivals. You're on your very best behaviour this morning, weren't you? Get your little cooler on.
That was Daniel Goldstone with Minay at the comrade.
Gone for the big hoodoo today. Time to plait perfect little Ruffy. Feeling very snoozy. Was a very good boy in the arena walk, so that's pleasing. A lot less excited than yesterday and a lot less shouty for Milo, even though Milo disgraced himself by trashing his bed and running up and down. Yeah, just gonna plait him. He's an absolute delight to plait. He just doesn't need a head collar, he just loves it. So yeah, gonna do that and then grab some lunch I think, and then we'll start thinking about getting ready for our test later. I'm a bit nervous because I still don't know what he's gonna do. If he'll go in and be like wild or if he's gonna be a good boy, I don't know. But I just really want it for him. Like, he deserves it so much. But we'll have to see. What can you do? Good boy. Good boy. You're a good boy. I think he's a little bit tired. Enjoying the sunshine. Oh, it feels so weird today. I've got like a weird, like I just feel a bit apprehensive. I don't feel really nervous, but I feel, yeah, like I don't know what to expect. Like it could swing either way, a bit like Milo yesterday. But Ruff's a bit more like still, this is only his 5th show back, so still uncharted territory really. It's been a long time since we've been doing this. A lot of the horses have left from around where we're stabled, so Milo, I'm worried he's going to have a bit more of a kick-off than he already was, because there's not going to be many other horses there. Oh, I don't know. I really don't know. But fingers crossed we can only do our best, and I just have to trust Ruff. And he's just the best dancing partner ever. So hopefully he'll pull through for me. He usually does. He loves to try really hard in his tests, so hopefully today is not the day he stops doing that. But yeah, just fingers crossed. I just really want it to go well. Good boy. Nearly go time. Good boy. All ready. So you can see that he was a very good boy in the warm-up. He was actually really focused, but when he went in to do his test, he did start screaming back for Milo. I did worry about that quite a lot, but I just had to get on and do the best that I could. You can see here, like, he's just inattentive at times. But when he is shouting, although he might look a bit tense, he does actually usually, touch wood, stay doing what he's doing. But there was a lot going on around this arena. The other arena had finished, so you can see that the cars are driving around to leave as he's doing his test. You've got Milo on the hill shouting. You can just see his head there watching him. So yeah, Milo's up there screaming for him. Ruff is sporadically shouting back, and then they also, at one point, I don't know if you'll be able to see on the video, but they started like moving the flowers and stuff from the other arenas that had finished. There goes a car. But yeah, he did. I was really proud of him. I'm not going to share all my marks and stuff because I'm simply too lazy, if I'm being totally honest, because they came through on a Queep, I think it's called, and so they're like on my phone, and I'm also using my phone to edit this. But he was really good. It certainly wasn't his best test. You can see where he's just a bit tense, a bit quick at times, like he looks a little on the erratic side sometimes. But he's doing a good job, like it's nice and consistent, and his marks were ranging from memory from like 6.5 to 7. I think he might have had the odd 7.5, maybe the odd 6 for a couple of things, but yeah, generally very consistent within that range. And I was happy with this. Like going through the trot work, I was thinking, yep, like he's just doing a good job, like not getting too distracted by Milo, even though he was shouting at him. Sorry if you can hear my dog squeaking. He was doing a good job. it was a shame that he was shouting, because I think had he not been distracted by Milo, he would potentially have done an even more like relaxed test. I think his biggest thing is the movement in his mouth. A little pat there for reassurance that we got through the trot work. But yeah, he does a lot of like opening of his mouth. He is quite fussy in the mouth anyway. But what I'm really working on, having been to this show, is now getting him really on my seat, so I don't have to rely on my hand, in the hope that I can potentially stop having to, you know, like when he is doing particularly his canter work more than his trot work, I don't have to rely on the hand. I can just use my seat, and that will hopefully encourage him to stop the like tension and the opening of his mouth. You can see here how hard I was just like, please don't jog, we could just do without a jog here. You can see him neighing away just before he cantered, but he thankfully struck off on the right leg. And then here you can see he's got a little bit of a head tilt going on, which again, all these things, hoping that once we really get him on my seat, it's going to make a massive difference. I'm just rambling. I don't know if anyone's taking anything from this, if you're even still watching at this point. But yeah, I just think all things considered, at this point, I was thinking, yeah, come on, like, it's going okay. This was a bit abrupt. Just almost had like a second of stop there. But got the change and went back up. And then I think, if I remember this side, we do like a loop, but he was convinced that it was going to be another medium canter when he came out that corner. He was like, yay, let me go. But not this time. Yeah. Aww. I love watching this back. It's like a month later now. It's the first time I've properly watched it all the way through, I think. A little bit straighter with the head this way. The circle. I just think, yeah, getting him more on that seat and a bit more uphill is going to make a real difference to the canter work, especially as he goes up the levels. I think this one a little bit better this time, a bit more fluid. Could probably have got him a bit straighter before actually asking him to walk. But when you're riding it, it feels so rushed. Like, you've got to be like, go now. I remember after that simple change as well, I was like, come on. Like, we literally just have to get through this loop and down the centre line. I was like, just don't stop riding now, just like keep going. I remember so vividly in my brain getting to that point and being like, we're so nearly there and nothing's really gone wrong. And then he got the trot. My dog is desperate to squeak and put his input in. Honestly, coming down here, oh, just the best feeling in the world. I feel emotional looking at it. Oh, he's so good. So today we did a thing, and I can't even keep my hands up right. We were elementary part-bred Arab silver and overall champion. I honestly can't believe it. Boys, what good boys you are. Yes, you are. Well done, boys. Milo's still got his poms in, need to take them out, because the arenas are literally there, and we're trying to stop him hearing Ruff shouting and vice versa, in the hope he won't shout back. Oh, Milo's terrified of the sash. Dinner of a champion. Yeah. You weren't a champion, but you're a very good boy. You tipped your dinner out. Getting there with a Big Mac out. 1 carrot for you. Ruffy. Carrot for you. Good boys. is like a good month later now, and to be honest, it still doesn't really feel real. Honestly, I can't believe it. Ruff is just the pony of an absolute lifetime. And after all that we've been through the past kind of 2 years, it's been really hard at times to keep going, and I'm just so glad that I did keep going and kept pushing for him and advocating for him. And if ever there was a bigger reward for that, I think this has got to be it. He's just been unbelievable this year. To think he went to his first show back after 12 months off in July, and he's won at every show he's gone to since then. And he had 2 wins at the under-25 championships. He won at the associated championships. Honestly, I just don't think he could do any more. I will never, ever, ever, ever get over how lucky I am to ride him. And if we never do anything ever again, I'm just so unbelievably lucky and grateful that he is mine. And I love him so much. He is just honestly the best ever. Try and compose myself. Honestly, he just is, though. He is an absolute joy to have around all the time. He is just amazing to ride, and he has the most fantastic attitude. But not only that, he is just the kindest pony on the entire planet. He is so lovely in the stable, as you'll probably see from the little clips when I'd finished plaiting him. He really is just the ultimate best friend, and I just can't believe that he's ours on all the time. Honestly, he's just perfect, I think, inside and out, and I'm just, again, just so lucky. And then I edited this, left it, and now it's like a month later, but I'm not sure if I 100% debriefed on Milo. But I was so proud of Milo as well. His elementary, I didn't have him exactly 100% as much as I would have liked to have had him, like, in my hand. Like, he's very good, like I said, I think, in the voiceover, at pretending that he's there and he's, like, really with you. And then you ask a bit more of him and he's actually not. But that was fine, and he still came out with 65% and was in the top 10. And the scores were really close. Like, I think he was like 1% away from like 2nd or 3rd place, like very close. So couldn't be happier with him. And then the medium, I just thought he was super. For where he's at, he probably did one of the best tests he's done. Just a dodgy walk pirouette, which was obviously costly, and then a bad simple change, the first one, but the second one for him was actually really good. He walked and everything. So I came out and I was super, super, super proud of him. And he was, again, in the top 10. I think he was 8th. So lots to work on for next year, but lots to be very excited about with him as well. So thank you so much for watching. And this one's been a really happy one that I've waited a long time for. And I'm just so pleased to share it with you. So thanks for coming along.